Hey everybody, it's Vincent from Save the Plateau here. I did an interview last week with Kevin Gallagher of CTV News. I really did not like the report that was aired on Sunday evening, which is why I'm posting here the complete and unedited interview that I did on Thursday of last week. After we watch this, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I didn't like the report and why I said that it was full of errors and missing a lot of information. So without any further delay, here is the complete and unedited interview.
Great. And now, Vincent, really, what's this all about?
Well, what happened was last Tuesday we were playing here at neighbours, I'm a musician, saxophone player with Kevin, and it was a regular weekly gig, and at around 11:50 at night, the police arrived to address a noise complaint, and they levied a $1,250 fine to the venue, forced to stop the music immediately. So after that, I got home, or actually before that, we were talking amongst ourselves, some of us were good with some of us bad, and I went home and I said, you know what, I want to do something about this. So I recorded a video called SAVETHEPLATEAU and asked people, brought attention to the issue and asked people to write to Mayor Fernandez, Plateau Mayor Fernandez about this, and they did in droves, and that's why.
Okay, but the response has been quite, you say over 4,000 people watched this video, you were contacting the mayor. What's the response from the borough?
So I've spoken to Alex Norris, who's a city councillor, as well as Christine Gosselin, who's also the project in the Plateau. And they've been actually very, very helpful. And I feel that we can work together to come to some agreement of how to solve this problem. At the core of it, it boils down to residents wanting to sleep well at night and musicians and venue owners wanting to put on some music. And I think that we can have both of these.
It's been something that's changed, though, in this neighborhood, obviously. I mean, it's because of the way that it has become more gentrified. There's different people moving into this neighborhood. Is there something that is changing about the Plateau?
I think the Plateau is always changing. I think all neighborhoods are changing as demographics change in terms of youth and so on. I think the Plateau is the hotbed of this issue. It's always been full of life, full of entertainment, and there's more and more on those so there's always that. If I could just add, the other day I was talking about, we were talking about anything in the Montreal village, and how I grew up in it, and Montreal village was not a village, there was nothing going on there. And now there are a lot of Victoria students, bars, restaurants, and I guarantee you, and actually not guarantee you, there are more noise complaints in Montreal.
Do you think there are more noise complaints in the Plateau than there were before?
I prefer not to talk in terms of what I think. I'd rather actually look at the numbers. So yeah, so I would like to see the numbers.
Then how about we look at this? You say there's a conflict, but of course you also say you don't want a conflict. You want to find a solution. What is the solution?
Yeah. So the solution is manyfold. We have to look at what the problem is. So the problem, like I said, is between residents and nightlife. Now, we want to have nightlife, so we want to have businesses have live music or DJs or whatever. That has to be addressed. People living in the neighborhood have to be able to sleep. But musicians need to know what volume and sound people need to know at what volume they can play the music. They need to know, are there specific nights of the week that they can't or whatever. These are all issues that have to be addressed in order for this problem to be solved. You can't simply say people are entitled to peace and not define what that means and expect the problem to be solved. Furthermore, police have to know how to enforce those laws. The laws themselves have to be properly worded so that they know there's an objective way for them to enforce those laws.
Is that sort of the core? It seems when I talk to Edward and yourself, it's sort of like the core concern is that it's not about violating the noise bylaw so much as it is to understand what it means to violate that noise bylaw. That you could any other night of the week you would have been the same volume, same music, same crowd, no noise complaints, no police show up. I guess there needs to be more clarification. Absolutely. In what way does it need to be clarified?
Well, so one of the things that said, one of the reasons why they did it was that Tuesday night was no louder than any other Tuesday night. In fact, we're probably quieter than a lot of the bands in Plateau. So that's not okay. That means no music's okay. Which is a problem. Yes, we definitely need a much more regimented, clear sense of this is the decibel level at which you're not allowed to exceed. Now that's not so simple to define in the sense of what is the decibel level inside the venue that's not allowed to be exceeded. What's the decibel level on the street outside? What about the neighbors? Upstairs neighbors, side neighbors? There has to be a strict policy regarding the decibel.
Anything else you want to add? I'm okay as far as yeah.
Let's see. That was a very important thing I needed to add. Actually, I do want to say this never started as an anti-equipment thing. This is about solving the problem. Like I said, there's many possible resolutions. Could be a spurious noise complaint. Could be bad policing. Could be venue did not do enough sound installation. Could be the band playing too loud. All of these things are possible. Let's find out what the actual reason is and fix the problem.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you.
Stay right there.
So do you want to do cutaway here, and then
Yeah.
I want like walking shots?
Yeah,
or
sure.
something.
We'll do it after.
Yeah, so
Let
we'll
me
do a
just take-
two-shot here? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Francois. You know, you raise an interesting point that, and it's, I don't know, maybe we have a need to do it, the conflict. And I worked in CBC Radio, and there was always that. They had to have this side versus that side.
It's not, but life is not good and evil. You know, it's much more subtle than that. And that's why my point originally was simply, let's get angry as how we feel, and then I want you to get out and say how angry you are. We first got to draw attention to the issue. Now, once we have some attention to the issue, let's actually talk about it. What I'm happy about is now I've got, the city councilors all this interested. I've got various organizations representing venues that are interested. And I'm sure, regardless of the election results, after that I can be contacting the people who are in charge and trying to find a solution. Because this can't continue. This isn't an election issue. This is an ongoing issue. The Plateau will always have these problems.
Yeah.
So,
and have you talked to other? You said you've talked to other venues, other organizers.
Right.
Is this? Are they getting similar problems? Have they had
absolutely. I mean, the number of. It's not, the other thing is it's not a thing that's isolated to sound. I don't know if you remember what's in Plateau, but it's a Portuguese restaurant that was shut down because of its chimney, and there was some new condos that were built right next to them that complained about the noise. That's not the noise. They complained about the smoke. It's like they've been there.
You want to do a walking shot?
Sure.
Do you want to stop your camera first?
Yeah. And then so no one knocks.
All right, so you can find a link to the actual report that was broadcast on CTV News in the description below. If you have seen it, you know that it just was not particularly well done. First of all, I spent a lot of time explaining the exact nature of the problem, possible sources of the problem, possible solutions. None of this was included. I understand there are limitations to TV news, to media in general, but even then, I would have thought that at least the name of the movement, Save the Plateau, would be mentioned, and that was not mentioned anywhere. In fact, when they put on a clip from the YouTube video, this was the subtitle. Courtesy youtube.com/Vincent Stephen Ong. What is that? That's not the name of the YouTube channel. They could have put the website, savetheplateau.wordpress.com. That's completely meaningless. Anyway, it was just not high-quality reporting. At least a lot of people saw the report, and maybe a few of those people went and did the work to find additional information. And at least a CTV News report gives us more credibility. Finally, I just wanted to ask that if anybody has connections to media, in particular French media, please pass the word. I did my first interview in French for Radio Centre-Ville last week, and I would like to do a lot more French media. Secondly, I would like to speak to residents of the Plateau, particularly those who have had noise complaints against venues, against bars, restaurants, whatever. I want to have a proper perspective on the issue. I've already spoken to or been contacted by numerous bar owners, bar managers, concert hall venue people in the Plateau, as well as organizations that represent groups of these venues. Furthermore, I'm in contact with Alex Norris and Christine Gosselin of Projet Montréal in the Plateau, who have assured me that they're willing to work together to find a better solution. So anyway, that's it. I need Francophone media and contact with complaining residents. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I'm preparing a sort of a draft of a new approach to dealing with noise complaints. With the help of all of this, I need more consultation, more research. Maybe my next video will be talking about this draft. But anyway, I need to keep doing the work on it. Please keep complaining about the noise complainers. Save the plateau.